Hello everyone, Scoony007 here bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game we have the 0-1 Tampa Bay Rays taking on the 1-0 Baltimore Orioles here at Camden Yards. And here is the starting lineup for the Rays. Leading off, the second baseman Akinori Iwamura. Batting second, the left fielder Carl Crawford. Batting third, the first baseman Carlos Pena. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the center fielder B.J. Upton. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Cliff Floyd. Batting sixth, the third baseman Willie Yaibar. Batting seventh, the catcher Donor Navarro. Batting eighth, the right fielder Nathan Hayes. And batting ninth, the shortstop Jason Barlett. On the mound for the Baltimore Orioles, it is Daniel Cabrera. Cabrera, 8 wins, 10 losses, 5.25 ERA, 180 innings pitched, 199 hits, 95 strikeouts, 85 walks. Camden Yards is a -2 to strikeouts and a +2 to walks, nothing to home runs. Daniels finished warming up, and here is the first pitch to Iwamura. 2-6, possible error on a throw. 6-2, and that's going to be to Roberts. Roberts' error rating is on a 1 to 3. That's a 3, and that's a throwing error. Throws it past the first baseman, and Iwamura's gonna take 2. Ground ball to second. Iwamura is safe on an error by the second baseman Brian Roberts, and Iwamura goes to second. And that's going to bring up Carl Crawford, batting a 143 average, 19 on the strategy die, infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. 6-6. Home run result. Needs it to be a 5 or less. That's a 14. It's too high. 6-2, and that is a ground ball to the shortstop. And Iwamura is going to advance to third, and the out is at first. All right, infield at double play depth still. Strategy rolls a 17. Carlos Pena now steps up into the batter's box. The pitch. 5-5. Home run chance on a 1 to 15. That's a 16. It's too high. 2-4. Double star 1, and that is a ground ball to second base. And that is going to try to score. And no, he is not going to try to score. He gets the hold up at third. And that's going to bring in B.J. Upton. Strategy rolls an 18. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-3. Possible strikeout. That's a 3. That's a 10. He struck him out. And the Rays leave one stranded. No runs, no hits, 1 error. It is Brian Melvin and Nick Due-Up for the Orioles. And here is the starting lineup for the Baltimore Orioles. Leading off, the second baseman, Brian Roberts. Batting second, the third baseman, Melvin Mora. Batting third, the right fielder, Nick Markakis. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman Kevin Miller. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Abreu Huff. Batting sixth, the left fielder Luke Scott. Batting seventh, the catcher Raymond Hernandez. Batting eighth, the center fielder Adam Jones. And batting ninth, the shortstop Luis Hernandez. On the mound for the Tampa Bay Rays, it is Matt Garza. 11 wins, 9 losses, 3.70 ERA, 184.23 innings pitched, 170 hits, 128 strikeouts, and 57 walks. And Matt is done with his opening tosses, and we are on the way for the bottom half of the first inning. 2-2. Walk chance, that's a 10. Roberts is a 14. We had +2, and he walks him. And that's going to bring up Melvin Mora. We have a 5 that is within a 2+ range. So that's going to be a hit and run attempt. 4-3, strikeout 12. That's a 6. The strikeout's too high. And that's going to be a 2-1 ground ball to first base. And Roberts is going to go to second. And the out is at first with the fielder's choice. So, runner now, Baltimore with a runner in scoring position. And that's going to bring up Markakis, batting a 167 average, 13 on the strategy die, infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. 2-2. And that's going to be a walk. 20. 20 is too high. And that's going to be a 2-3, and that's going to be a ground ball to first base. And Roberts will advance to third, and the out is at first. 2 out. Runner in scoring position for Baltimore. Kevin Miller now up. He's batting a 167. Strategy rolls a 12. Here's the pitch. 2-3, range play. And that's going to be a 1-5 ground ball to third base. Abreu's range is in a 1-3. On a 1-4, that's a 3. And the Orioles leave 1 stranded as well. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the second. It is Cliff, Willie, and Donnier up for the Rays. Here's the pitch. 5-4, strikeout. The 11. 11 is too high. 1-1. And that's a line drive back to the pitcher to Cabrera. Takes that and tosses it over to Miller for out number 1. Willie Adbar batting a 200 average. Here's the pitch. 1-4 at the ballpark. We go to Camden Yards. 5-3 ground ball to the shortstop, to Hernandez for out number 2. And that's going to bring up Navarro, batting a 167. Here's the pitch. 3-2, range play. Navarro, 3-6. That's a double to Jones. Jones's range is on a 1-3. That's a 6. He got the double. And that is going to bring up Nathan Haynes. 14 on the strategy die. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 3-3. strikeout. That's a 3. That's a 12. He struck him out. And the Rays leave one stranded once again in scoring position. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second. It is Abreu, Luke, and Raymond up for the Orioles. All right, here. Abreu Huff batting a .333 average. Here's the pitch. 6-5 strikeout, the 10. That's a 6, and the 10 is too high. 4-3, line drive to the second baseman on that for out number 1. Luke Scott also batting a .333 average. Here's the pitch. 2-3, and that is a range play. 3-3, line drive to the third baseman. Line shot to Abar, whose range is on a 1-4. That's a 1. He got it. Otherwise, that would have been a double. Raymond Hernandez batting a .250 average. Here's the pitch. 2 away. 1-6. That's a blank. And that's going to be a 4-5, and that's a fly ball out to the Crawford for out number 3. After 2, we are still scoreless. We go to the top of the third. It is Jason, Iwamura, and Carl due up for Tampa. Jason batting a .200 average. Here's the pitch. 6-4. That's a blank. Jason batting a .22. That is going to be a ground ball to Roberts and ground out for the second base. 1 away. We go to the top of the order. Iwamura now up. Here's the pitch. He's 0 for 1. 5-6. That's a walk. That's an 8. That's a 12, and he walked him. And we have a 3 on the strategy die. Infield going to double play depth. It is a hit and run. Here's the pitch to Crawford, 0 for 1. And that's going to be a 4-5. That is going to be a blank. 1-6, ground ball to second base. Iwamura will advance, and the out is at first. So 2 away. Runner in scoring position. Penna now up. He's 0 for 1. Infield at normal depth. Strategy rolls a 10. Here's the pitch. 3-2, range play. 3-2, ground ball to second base. Roberts ranges on a 1-3. That's a 5. All right, let's see. Does Iwamura score? He needs a 4. He has a 4. That has to be within a 2-6. He scores. And that puts Tampa Bay on top. All right, B.J. Upton now up. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Strategy rolls a 17. He's going to hold. Here's the pitch. 2-3. Question mark. Double star on a 1-14. That's a 3. And that's going to be a fly ball out there to Markakis to end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors. We go to the bottom of the third. It is Adam, Lewis, and Brian due up for the Orioles. All right, Adam Jones batting a .400 average. Here's the pitch. 1-2, strikeout, 18. 18 is too high. 5-1. And that is a line ball back to the pitcher for out number 1. Luis Hernandez, here's the pitch. 3-2, blank. 6-4, ground ball to the shortstop, to Barlett, and that is out number 2. We go to the top of the order. Brian Roberts walked his last time up. Here's the pitch. 6-5, strikeout. That's a 5. That's a 17, and that's a strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors for Baltimore. Nothing across the board. After 3, it's Tampa 1, Orioles nothing. And that's going to bring up Cliff, Willie, and Navarro up for the Rays. All right, here's the pitch to Cliff. He's 0 for 1. 5-5. Home run chance on a 1-15. That's a 16. It's too high. 2-6. And that's a fly ball out there to Markakis for out number 1. Willie Ibar, 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 2-6. Possible error on a throw. 5-2. And that's a single pass. Jones. No error there. Jones's error rating is on a 1-2. That's a 6. The throwing error only acceptable if rolling for runner advancement. Otherwise, no error on that. And Willie Ibar gets on base with a single. All right, Donna Navarro now up. Strategy rolls a 7. Infield going to double play depth. Here's the pitch. 5-6. That's a walk chance on an 18. That's a 9. The 18 is too high. 2-5, and that's a double star 1, and that's a ground ball to second base. And that is a double play. Roll is equal to or less than the ground double play, the GDP, and it's a double play. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And they leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It is Melvin, Nick, and Kevin due up for Baltimore. All right, here's the pitch to Melvin. 4-1, that's a blank. 5-5, and that is a double star 2. That is a fly ball out there to Crawford for out number 2. Nick Markakis now up, batting 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 6-6. Range play at Camden Yards. And that's going to be a 3-4. That's a double star 5. Ground ball to the third baseman Adbar, whose range is on a 1-4. That's a 5. That's going to be a single for Nick. All right, Kevin Miller now up. He's 0 for 1. Strategy rolls a 17. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-3. Possible error. 5-3. Fly ball out there to Upton. Upton's error is on a 1-4. That's an 11. No error committed. 2 away. Runner on first. And that's going to bring up Abreu Huff, who's 0 for 1. Strategy rolls a 3, holding off on strat. Here's the pitch. 3-3, that's a blank. And that's going to be a 1-1, and that's going to be a single pass Haynes. Haynes out there is a 3, so let's see. If roll is less than or equal to the adjusted base run, that's a 6. He automatically advances on a 6. So the Orioles Baltimore going to bring the corners in. Strategy roll is a 1. Luke Scott 0 for 1. The pitch. That's going to be a 3-6. That's going to be a blank. Luke Scott now 6-4. Fly ball out there to Upton to end the inning, and Baltimore leaves 2 stranded. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. After 4, it's Tampa Bay 1, Baltimore 0. Nathan, Jason, and Iramura due up for Tampa. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-4. That's going to be a blank. 5-5, and that's a single. Single pass first. That one got past Miller. And Nathan Haynes takes first. All right, we have a steal attempt coming up here. That is a 2. So we are going to steal with that. That's going to be a 16. Nathan's is left. So that's going to be a +1. That's going to be a 17. That's going to be an 18. Oh, no. Yeah. Haynes is left. And that is a 19, and that is a successful stolen base. And he's safe at second. Runner now in scoring position. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 2-5. That's a wild pitch. That's a 1. And with that, Bartlett, Haynes is on third. All right, Bartlett's response, 6-4. Ground ball to the shortstop. And is he going to try to score? Yes, he is. They're going to try to get him out? No, they're not. So, runner heads for home. If 1d6 is higher than the B, he is out. He was forced out at home. And that is going to be a got him out at the plate. And Bartlett takes first on a fielder's choice. All right, and if you're going to double play depth, Iramura up. He's 0 for 1 with a run, with a walk and a run scored. Strategy rolls a 16. Runner on first. 5-4. Possible strikeout. That's an 8. Iramura has an 8. That's a 5. He struck him out. And 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Crawford. Crawford is 0 for 2 for today. Strategy rolls a 14. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 6-3. That's a blank. And that's going to be a 2-3. And that's a fly ball out there to Markakis. for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Rays. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's going to be Hernandez, Jones, and Hernandez up. And Hernandez is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 4-4. Walk plus. No, that's a blank. I was about to say it would be a walk plus, but it's a blank. 6-1. Fly ball out there to Upton for out number 1. Adam Jones now up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 2-5 blank. And that's going to be a 3-2. That's going to be a ground ball past to the shortstop to Barlett for out number 2. Luis Hernandez 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 2-4. Question mark on a double star 1 to 10. That's a 16. That's outside of the range. And that's going to be a 2-5. That's going to be a single past Crawford. And Hernandez gets on base. All right, we go to the top of the order. Brian Roberts. He's 0 for 1 with a run, with a walk, and a strikeout. 5-3, possible error on a throw. By the way, strategy rolls a 16, so Hernandez got the hold sign on that one. 1-6. And that is we go into the Upton. Upton's error rating is on a 1 to 4. That's a 15. And Baltimore leaves 1 stranded. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the top. After 5, it is Tampa Bay 1, Baltimore 0. And it is Carlos, BJ, and Cliff due up for the Rays. Carlos Pena's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. 4-5, that's a blank. 6-1, ground ball past the shortstop for out number 1. BJ Upton, 0 for 2. Struck out his last time up. The pitch, 6-6. Home run result, 14. That's a 6. Too high. 2-5. Single past Markakis. And BJ gets on base. All right, strategy rolls at 11. Infield going to double play depth. Cliff Hot Floyd up, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-6. That's going to be a strikeout there. That's a 9. The 19 is too high. 2-2. That's going to be a double pass Markakis. All right, Upton to third, Floyd to second. We have a 6. Lead runner thrown out. But if the trailing runner runner's BR no adjustment is greater to or equal, he will advance. Floyd stays at second. Upton is out at home. He tried to go to home and they threw him out. And that's going to bring up Willie Ibar, who's 1 for 2. Strategy rolls a 14. Infield at normal depth. Runner in scoring position. So Tampa's got a runner in scoring position. 1-2. Range play at Camden Yards. And that's going to be a 6-4. Ground ball to third base. And that is a out. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is Melvin, Nick, and Kevin due up for Baltimore. Matt Garza can face 7 more batters before he's tired, so he's still good. 2-2. Walk. That's an 11. That's a 12. He does not walk him. The 12 is just one number too high. 4-6. Fly ball out there to Crawford for out number 1. Nick Markakis, 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. 6-1. That is a walk. That's a 17. That's a 3. They walk him. So they walk Markakis. Hit and run chance comes up now for Kevin Miller. Here's the pitch. 4-5. That's a strikeout. That's a 1. That's an automatic strikeout right there. But let's see, does Markakis steal second? He does. And he stole second. They struck him. They struck out Miller, but they tried to get Markakis out, who got safely to second just in time. Abreu Huff, he's 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 16. So 4-2. Home run chance on a 1-16. That's a 16. 18 or less, that's a 12. And Abreu smacks one out of here. That ball is high. That ball is deep. It's going back to the wall, and Huff knocks one out of here. 2-run home run for Baltimore. And Baltimore takes a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 6th with a 2-run home run off of Abreu Huff. All right, they're going to go out and talk to Matt on the mound real quick. All right, they're good. And he is good with that. Luke Scott, 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. 4-2. Home run chance on a 1-16. That's a 20. The 20 is too high. 6-3, and that is a double out there in the right field, past Haynes. And that is going to bring up Raymond Hernandez. Strategy roll is an 8. Runner on set, runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch to Raymond. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a 2-6 range play at Camden Yards. 6-1. Home run. That is going to be an HR7. That's a 10. And Hernandez with a 2-run home run here. Two-run home run again for Baltimore. And it's now 4-1. Adam Jones steps up into the batter's box. Matt Gates can face Matt Grisera. Matt Grisera can face one more batter before he is tired. Here's the pitch to Adam. He's 0 for 2. 5-4. Possible error on a throw. Can Matt get out of this inning? 3-3. Ground ball to A-bar. That is a 4. And error rating is on a 1 to 8. That's a 4. That's a throwing error. And that's a one-base error. So Jones is on base. Matt is tired. Strategy roll is a 12. Infield at normal depth. And that's going to bring up Luis Hernandez, who's 1 for 2. The pitch. 5-5. That's a strikeout. 6. That's a 7. The 7 is too high. And that's going to be a 1-5 fly ball out there to Crawford. And that ends the inning. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. We go to the top after 6. It is Baltimore 4, Tampa 1. Donner, Nathan, and Jason due up for Tampa. Daniel can face 3 more batters, so this is probably going to be his last inning that he pitches. Here's the pitch. 4-1. That's a hit by pitch. That's a 15. And Donnie Navarro takes first. Nathan Hayes, 500 average. 1 for 2 in today's game. Strategy rolls at 11. Infield going to double play depth. Here's the pitch. 2-6. Possible error on a throw. And that's going to be a 1-3 ground ball to second base. And that is going to be a 3. That is a 10. No error there on that. So let's see on the fielder's choice. No one's going to move. On that is a 4. Roll is greater than is a force out at second. And Nathan Hayes goes to first. All right, Jason Bartlett, 0 for 2. Strategy rolls a 12. Infield going to double play depth. The pitch. 5-6. That's a walk. The 8 walked him. All right, Daniel is now tired. Strategy roll is a 3. That is a steal. That is a 19. Nathan Hayes, left field. He's a left batter. So that's going to be a +1. That's going to be a +2. It's going to be a 3. +1. All right, so that's how it is. It's a +2, +1. That's a 19. That's a 15. And Nathan Hayes steals third. They're going to bring the corners in. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-6. That's going to be a blank. And that's going to be a 3-2. That is a single past Jones. And that is a 1 for Jason. So let's check. That is less than 1. So everyone holds on that. So runners on first and second. Even more got on that single that. So Daniel Cabrera, he is tired. And that is going to do it for Daniel. They are going, they're going to see what he can do. One more. One more, he says. 5-4. Strikeout 13. That's a 4. No, the 13 is too high. 6-4. That is a double star 4. That is a fly ball out there to Scott. And Barlett gets the hold sign, so he's not going to advance. All right. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 4. And that's going to be a 6-1. That's going to be a blank. And that's going to be a 2-6. A fly ball out there and a mark. And that's the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors for Tampa. Tampa cuts the lead down by 2, cuts the lead in half. It is Brian Melvin and Nick due up for Baltimore. Matt Garza, they are going to pull him. He is tired. And we have a switch right coming up. Switch right. They want to try to switch him over to the right-hand side. We are in the 7th. They're going to bring in Scott Dohaman. 2 wins, no losses, no saves, 6.14 ERA, 14.2 of an innings pitched, allowed 18 hits, 12 strikeouts, 6 walks. All right, let's take a look real quick at the stats here from Matt Garza. Pitched 6 innings, allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 home runs, ERA of 6.0. All right, and here is the box score so far after 7.5 of an inning played. And that is Tampa Bay scoring in the 3rd and the 7th. Baltimore scoring all 4 runs in the 6th inning. So that's where we stand with 3 innings left to play. Scott Holman up. Here's the pitch. 1-6. Possible error on a throw. And that's going to be a 2-6. That's going to be a fly ball out there to Upton for out number 1. It's going to bring up Melvin Mora. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-1. That's going to be a walk plus. We add 12 to that. That's going to be a 21. And they walk Melvin. And Nick Markakis now up. In for going double play depth. Strategy roll is a 12. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-4. That's going to be a wild pitch. On a 9, no, it's not a passed ball. So we are good. Nick Markakis, 4-6. And that is a ground ball to first base. That is going to advance Melvin. And the out is at first. Strategy roll is a 3. 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th. And Kevin Miller now up. He's 0 for 3 in today's game. 3-3. That's a blank. And that's going to be a 4-6. That's going to be a ground ball to first base. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 7, it is Baltimore 4, Tampa Bay 2. BJ, Cliff, and Willie do up for Tampa. And that's going to do it for Daniel. Daniel pitched 7 innings, and they go out there and take the ball from him. He'd like to pitch more, but they don't want to risk it. And they're going to go with Rocky Cherry. Rocky Cherry, 3 losses, 1 save, 6.35 ERA, 17 innings pitched, 15 hits, 15 strikeouts, and 13 walks. Daniel Cabrera, the starter, pitched 7 innings, allowed 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, and 1 wild pitch. ERA 2.57 for the game. Total ERA. Here's the pick. Rocky is ready. He's done with his opening warm-up. 1-2. Wow, that's a foul ball. We're going to roll that again. And that's going to be a 2-1. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 10. That's a 12, and it's too high for BJ. 1-1. Double star 5. Ground ball to the shortstop. That's an auto out there to the shortstop. Cliff Floyd batted 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a 4-6. That's going to be a strikeout. That's a 10. That's a 9. The 10 is just too high. Remember, we -2 for the strikeouts. 2-3. That's a single past Markakis. And Cliff Floyd on base. All right, strategy rolls a 7. Infield going to double play depth. Here's the pitch. 5-6, that's a walk. That's a 9. The 15 is too high. 3-6, and that's a ground ball past Hernandez. Well, to Hernandez, that's a 3. Roll is greater than, so it's going to be runner on first. The force out is at second. So on a fielder's choice, 2 outs. Willie Ibarra on first. That is going to bring up Donner Navarro. Here's the pitch. Strategy rolls a 14, 2 outs. And that's going to be a 1-5. That's a double star. Ground ball to the shortstop. And no runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It is Abreu, Luke, and Raymond due up for the Orioles. And Scott can face 2 more batters before he's tired. They are going to leave him in to play out this inning. They want to see. All right, 3-1. Home run chance on a 7. That's an 18. And that is a home run by Huff. That ball is deep. That ball's going back to the wall, back to the warehouse side here at Camden Yards. And that ball is out of here. Solo home run by Abreu Huff. And that's going to bring out the skipper to the mound. And that's going to do it for Scott Dohan. We have a left-right coming up. And that is going to bring up... They're going to bring in J.P. Howe. J.P. Howe, 6 wins, 1 loss, 3 saves, 2.22 ERA, 89.1 of an inning pitched, allowed 62 hits, 92 strikeouts, and 38 walks. And he's done with his opening toss. He's done warming up. He's pitching to Scott Luke. Here's the pitch. We have a 6-5. That is a wild pitch. We're going to re-roll that. And that's going to be a 6-3 possible error. And that's going to be a 3-4. Question mark 9 on a 19. And that's a fly ball to Hayes. Error rating is on a 1 to 15. That's a 12. And he got it. Fly out there to right field for out number 1. Raymond Hernandez, 1 for 3 with a home run, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. Infield at normal depth. 5-3. Question mark. Double star on a 1 to 15. That's a 7. And that's a fly ball out there to Upton for out number 2. Adam Jones, 0 for 3. They are going to... No pinch hitter for Adam Jones. 3-3. And that's going to be a strikeout plus. That's a 21. That's a 7. And they struck him out. So 3... 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. After 8, it is Baltimore 5, Tampa Bay 2. We go to the top of the 9th. It is Hayes, Jason, and Iwamura due up. Here's the box score so far. After 8 innings of play, Baltimore scoring another run, increasing their lead to 3. But will we see some 9th inning magic happen? Rocky Cherry done. They're going to go to George Sherrill. They're to see if he can draw the save. Yeah, George Sherrill. So far in this replay, he's pitched 2 innings and allowed 2 strikeouts. No saves just yet. We'll find out. All right, Nathan Hayes, 1 for 3, struck out and a run scored. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-2. That's going to be a strikeout plus. That's a 9. That's a 22. He struck him out. Because it's plus 10 and minus 2. We're actually adding 8 to that. Jason Barlett, he's 0 for 2. They want to get some power in here. So they're going to bring in a pitch hitter for the shortstop. And Johnny Gomes is going to come in to pinch hit. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-3. That's going to be a walk. And they walk Gomes. All right, let's take a look here. Gomes' BR rating is a 2. We go to the top of the order to Iwamura. He's 1 for 3. And they are going to bring in Elvin Longoria to run. So they're going to have Elvin Longoria pinch run for the pinch hitter. 4-5, that's a blank. And that's going to be a 6-3 ground ball to first base. And that is going to be a fielder's choice. Base run is a 3. The roll, that's going to be a force out at second. And Iwamura takes first. 2 outs. Tampa Bay down to the last out. Crawford, 0 for 4. And they are going to pinch hit for Crawford as well, too. And it's going to be Rocco Baladelli to come in. All right, here's the pitch. 4-6, and that's going to be a hit by pitch. That's a 20. That's a 19. No. 1-6 ground ball to Mora. And that's going to do it for Tampa. That's the ball game, folks. And the Baltimore Orioles defeat the Tampa Bay Rays 5-2. Final line score coming right up. All right. So Tampa Bay goes down again. They go to 2 losses. Tampa Bay, 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. Baltimore, 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher today is Daniel Cabrera. Daniel draws the win. Matt Garza draws the loss. George Sherrill gets the save. Abreu Huff, 2 home runs in the game today. Raymond Hernandez picks up the home run. Let's take a look at the game stats here. Matt Garza, 6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 home runs. Daniel Cabrera draws the win. 7 innings, allowed 7 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 1 hit by pitch, 1 wild pitch, ERA 2.57, and George Sherrill gets the save with 1 inning pitched, allowed 1 walk and 1 strikeout. So that's going to do it for us here today here at Camden Yards. And if you like the video here, give it a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And until next time, I'm Scoonie007. We'll see you next time for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.